Usyk again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's a tough fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight.
Usyk once more. Oh my goodness, that's a tough battle. That Usyk guy is really talented. But he's also quite little for a heavyweight. Joe Rogan caused a commotion when he said that Usyk was too little for a heavyweight. Will Rogan be proven correct by the rematch? Or can Usyk's skill overcome Fury's size? Even though Joe Rogan acknowledged Oleksandr Usyk's special AB abilities, his appraisal of the Ukrainian fighter generated controversy by implying that his stature would be a significant disadvantage in the rematch versus Tyson Fury. Fans were offended by Rogan's remarks because they felt he was underestimating the former cruiserweight king's ability to rule the heavyweight class.
He's non-stop movement and his footwork and everything. It's so different than anybody else.
He simply moves constantly. His footwork is so distinct from everyone else's, and Rogan acknowledged Usyk's extraordinary technique. For Usyk's fans, his emphasis on the size difference suggested a lack of confidence in his ability to outmaneuver Fury. This is reminiscent of when many questioned his decision to switch to heavyweight, but he silenced them with back-to-back VI victories over Anthony Joshua. Will Rogan's skepticism encourage Usyk to disprove his detractors once more? Fans, particularly those who respect Usyk's unwavering dedication and technical prowess, were offended by Joe Rogan's remarks that he was too little for heavyweight. One fan disputed Rogan's viewpoint by pointing out the historical background and hard work that make Usyk a powerful force. A fan said, "Talenty, I detest this term, because your man worked so hard to get to where he is now. I wouldn't describe talent as little, because he did nothing and is the same height as Ali." Joe, this fan's fervent rebuttal reveals a crucial counterargument to Rogan's criticism. Usyk's ascent in the heavyweight class is a result of years of commitment and mastery rather than just natural talent. The too small narrative is further undermined by contrasting Usyk's size with Muhammad Ali's, which begs the question of whether skill or size will ultimately determine the outcome of the rematch. Another said, "I'm 6'3" and 220 lb small." The ridiculousness of labeling a 6'2" 220 lb athlete tiny in any division, much less heavyweight, is highlighted by this fan's scathing remark. It serves as a reminder that Usyk has already defeated the Giants with his size and elite skill set, and that he has the potential to do it again given the roiling controversy around his size. Oleksandr Usyk himself addressed the detractors and his imposing opponent Tyson Fury in a frank and forceful rebuttal.
Run, don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone again.
And what does that even mean? Don't be afraid of a boxing match, please.
It's a boxing match.
I've had many boxing matches before and not been afraid. I'm sure you have as well. You've had 300 amateur fights. You're not going to be afraid of a boxing match. So yeah, I don't really make much of that.
I'm small man. This is big man. But we have second fight. Listen, boxing, it's a not play. Boxing, it's a hard sport.
Don't flee, don't be scared, I won't abandon you again. But what exactly does that mean? I don't really make much of the fact that I'm a small man and this is a big man. But we have a second fight. Listen, boxing is a hard sport, tough. Usyk's words cut through the noise, highlighting the brutal reality of the sport and his unwavering confidence despite his size. I've had a lot of boxing matches before and haven't been afraid. I'm sure you've had 300 damage of fights. Do not be afraid of a boxing match, please. With Fury's stature and Usyk's speed, analysts are divided, and Gap's reminder that boxing is about grit, not games, offers as a caution to Fury and everyone else who doubts his ability to overcome the odds once again. Who will win this thrilling rematch?
This is the best opponent that Tyson's been up against. But, you know, Tyson's got a lot more advantages than Usyk in size. He can box and he can punch as well. So, you know, Tyson on his A form should come through this fight to be undisputed champion. The fight was against a fighter who's never had a fight before. He's not interested in it. This is a different ball game. This will be a fully focused Tyson, and I expect to see the best Tyson, because the best Tyson will get the job done.
There isn't, in my opinion, a larger boxing match than the greatest heavyweight bout of the 21st century, the finest heavyweight bout of a generation. And Peter Fury, a seasoned boxing trainer, and Tyson Fury's uncle have offered their opinions on the eagerly awaited rematch between Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. This is Tyson's best opponent to date, but he has a lot more advantages than Usyk in terms of size, boxing prowess, and punching power. So you know that Tyson is on his game and should win this fight to become the undisputed champion. The last fight was against a fighter who had never fought before and wasn't interested in it. This is a different game, and I expect to see the best Tyson because the best Tyson will finish the job. Two important factors are highlighted in Peter's prognosis.
I picked Usyk to beat Fury. I remember when Usyk first moved up to heavyweight, I said he's a dark horse, don't write this guy off. You know, we've seen cruiserweights move up to heavyweight and dominate in previous years, and it did seem a bit unfathomable for a lot of people that he's never going to compete with the Anthony Joshuas, or people weren't even really talking about Tyson Fury, I don't think, quite at the time, or maybe he just sort of burst back on the scene beating Wilder. But yeah, I still think Usyk beats him. I think, you know, the argument is a good big un beats a good little un, but I think Usyk is an exceptional fighter. I think in terms of their boxing ability, like
Usyk's abilities make him Fury's most difficult opponent to date. But if he is fully prepared, Tyson's size, boxing prowess, and power give him the advantage. However, Peter cautions that anything less than Tyson's peak performance could result in a major upset because the stakes are higher than ever, and everyone will be watching to see if Fury can deliver. George Groves, a former world champion, has sparked controversy by supporting Oleksandr Usyk to defeat Tyson Fury in their eagerly awaited rematch. Groves doesn't mince words about why he thinks Usyk has what it takes to make the world take notice. Yes, I chose Usyk to be Fury. I recall saying when Usyk first became a heavyweight, don't write this guy off. We've seen cruiserweights rise to heavyweight and dominate in the past, and it did seem a little unthinkable to many that he would never be able to compete with Anthony Joshua, or that people weren't even really talking about Tyson Fury at the time. Perhaps he just kind of came back on the scene and beat Wilder. But I still believe that Usyk is a great fighter. Groves' audacious assertion reverses the traditional Usyk's remarkable boxing talent surpasses Fury's stature. According to the narrative of size over technique, promoter Frank Warren has offered his opinions on the impending Tyson Fury vs. Oleksandr Usyk rematch based on their first clash. If Fury's strength and stature can indeed defeat Usyk's elite technique. The first fight was the greatest heavyweight bout of the 21st century.
It was here. I win. Thank you.
Put me down after being on Bambi legs. You hit me 10 shots.
Tyson think what Tyson win. No problem. For me, no problem. Listen, we have one more fight.
10 clean shots on the chin. Okay. No canvas.
And I'm talking about at the level where they were both undefeated fighters, champions from their respective organizations, and unifiers of 4 belts. Frank Warren didn't hold back when he hyped up what fans could expect when these two heavyweights faced off again. In their first meeting, Warren stressed that the stakes couldn't have been higher. Both fighters went into the ring as undefeated champions with every major title on the line, and their fight left fans divided and wanting more. Warren also said, "I think we're going to get something extra special again, but that fight had some dramatic moments in it, and they both felt they won the fight. It was a split decision, and at the end of the day, we'll find out on December 21st in Riyadh who is the best out of the two of them."
Unbelievable skill from both guys. Tyson Fury 6'9", very, very rare of a guy that big to move like that and have the skills that he possesses. Usyk, absolutely unbelievable fighter, unbelievable approach to the game. But I think I'm gonna go with, massive fan of both guys, by the way, massive fan of both guys. But I can't go against my guy, Tyson Fury. So again, I'm gonna go 55 Fury, 45 Usyk. I think it's an absolute pick and fight. Tyson Fury is my friend. I ain't going against him. He's my guy. So I'm choosing Tyson Fury. Points win. All late stoppage.
Both fighters feel they have unresolved issues, and this fight looks to be the final chapter in their rivalry. Fans from all over the world are excited to see who will become the undisputed king of the heavyweight division. My hands were, "Here I win. Thank you God, couldn't even put me down after being a Bumby legs. You hit me 10 shots, Tyson. Think what Tyson win. No problem for me. No problem, listen. We have one more fight." UFC heavyweight Tom Aspinall has put himself out there by making a prediction on Tyson Fury vs. Oleksandr Usyk. Aspin dissected the match with dedication and admiration, providing supporters with a fresh viewpoint on what can happen in this powerful clash. Amazing talent from both men. Tyson Fury. 6, it's extremely uncommon for a guy that big to move like that and have the skills that he does. He is an incredible fighter with an incredible approach to the game, but I think I'm going to go with a huge fan of both guys. By the way, I'm a huge fan of both guys, but I can't go against my guy, Tyson Fury, so I'm going to go with him once more. I think it's a pick and fight because Tyson Fury is my friend, and I'm not going against him, he's my guy. Aspin's forecast emphasizes how close Fury is to Usyk as the two champions, and his devotion to Fury as a friend is evident in his evaluation of both fighters' extraordinary skill sets, which lends credence to his assertion that it's a
I will go even further. Usyk nearly stopped him in that 9th round in the last fight, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does stop him in the later round.
Points Triumph, or a late halt famous boxing journalist Colin Hart, has given a direct analysis of the impending Tyson Fury vs. Oleksandr Usyk rematch, drawing on his years of experience, and Aspen thinks Fury will step up to the plate. I don't think Fury can win the rematch. I think we're going to see more of the same. I don't think Fury has improved since last May. I think psychologically, this will have affected him losing to Usyk, losing his title and his undefeated record. Hart didn't mince words when he explained why he thinks Usyk has the advantage going into the second fight. I believe Usyk has his phone number.
You think the ref had stopped it when he
No.
Because you knew he was going to give you a...
It's the world heavyweight title fight, undisputed. At least a man's got to go down to the floor before you knock. And someone like me who's been down loads of times, who gets back up, at least give me one chance.
So, Oleksandr, what can we expect in the rematch?
Just keep waiting.
Just keep waiting. He won't tell us. He's holding back.
Oh,
He's holding
what
his
can you
cards
expect
close to
from
his
me?
chest. What can we expect from you?
Pretty much the same from what I did before. Good boxing. Someone of my size and heaviness, it's not normal that I should be able to
you
box
can do that.
and move and slip. And so why would I take that away from my game?